Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of October 12th through the 18th. And during that time, we have the waning gibbous that moves into the last quarter on the 15th, and then the waning crescent. And those waning energies are really good for self-reflection and a good time to make positive changes, get rid of bad habits. Then we move into that last quarter, and that's a time of just really letting go, taking responsibilities for our past actions, and just moving forward with a clear vision, about the changes that we want to make for the new cycle coming up. And then the waning crescent is definitely just rest, relaxation, fully let go of everything, just give it all, just relax. And then, get your energy back up for the new moon that's going to come. And that's when you're going to want to make new decisions and start new projects. So keep those moon energies in mind as we're moving through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Sagittarius. So as always, please take what resonates today and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this cycle: a new romantic cycle begins. Or for this reading, I guess the word cycle popped out at me there. A new romantic cycle for you. And I think someone else also had a new romantic cycle. It could have been Capricorn. So, yeah, if you have a Capricorn in your life and you are a cross watcher, you may want to watch that reading as well. I think it was Capricorn. I'm really thinking, I can't remember. Capricorn's coming to mind. So, all right. My fun weekly reminder, Sagittarius, this week is that you take time to meditate. Not only this week, but of course, every week, every day, if you can, try to work that into your schedule. If you already meditate, then you know what I'm talking about. If meditation is not something that you practice, then try to start working that in. Just find a nice quiet time and place where you can really sit, relax, breathe deeply, just kind of zone out, tune out the rest of the world, and also tune out any thoughts or any things that you might be having, and just try to sit there with an empty mind and just see what happens. See if you can do that. It takes a little work and time to get to a place where you can master that, but it is very rejuvenating and very helpful. So that is just my fun, friendly reminder for the week, is that you try to start working some meditation into your routine. So all right, without further ado, let's get into this reading. Sagittarius, October 12th through 18th. A new romantic cycle begins. Your overall present energy is the Empress card. Interesting, especially with a new romantic cycle. Are you, some of you may be working on getting pregnant right now. Some of you may not. This pregnancy may be more about a long-term project or some commitment, and it may be about your romantic life, that you're deciding to get more creative in the ways of romance and do something fun with your partner. Oh, there's just a really loud vehicle bouncing by, a lot of speaker thumping. So loud. I don't know if that's coming through my microphone, but it's coming through in here. Anyway, I'm not even that close to the road, if that tells you how loud that is. Okay, so the Empress card is about, creativity, but it's about long-term commitment to something very, very creative. But it is about being plentiful. It's about harvest. This is our card of the mother, which I love, and she's got the Venus symbol on there. So perfect for a new romantic cycle, because she's full of romance and full of love and life. So that's pretty awesome there. Your current situation is that you're thinking about the future here with the Six of Swords. You're thinking about, how you do want to move into the future. And there's a little family here. Again, I'm going to say, if you're not trying to get pregnant, you may want to make sure that you are protected against that, because that's our pregnancy card. And then the next card that pops up is a cute little family here moving into the future in nice, calm waters together. So just pay attention to that, but yeah, you're kind of moving forward and into just a nice part of your life, which is really pretty awesome. At the root of your situation is the Ace of Wands. So something is definitely inflaming some new passion. Could just be that it's that time of year for you. Maybe for some of you, if you're in a relationship, anniversary time, or just something is reminding you, maybe it's just the time of year. Fall is, some people, everybody loves this time of year. It's a good time to be romantic. The nights get, it gets darker earlier, it gets a little cooler, you can light a fire, you can, snuggle up with some hot chocolate, and it is kind of a romantic time. So I wouldn't be shocked if that's kind of what you're feeling right now. In your recent past, is looks like life has been kind of just a lot of changes, a lot of things coming in quick, a lot of busy, a lot of activity. So maybe things are just settling down a little bit for you right now. And again, you can get with your partner and just regroup, and just enjoy your time together, which is lovely. I like that. What is on your mind this week is the King of Pentacles. So as you're doing this, you're also, just kind of very aware and very kind of in control of your material world. You're feeling like things are good. The bank account's going good. The job, jobs are working out great. Things are just going as you planned them, and that's good. You're just in a good place for that right now, which is, of course, that's always when, if it's on your list of priorities to be like, money's in order, house is in order, or how's the romance, so it's almost like, and is that backwards? Should we do that the other way around? I don't know, but I know that that's how a lot of us think, that, romance can sometimes take a back burner, but if everything else is going well, it shoots up to the front, if that makes sense. What is just ahead of you this week is the High Priestess. So, here's the card of mystery. This is you really trusting your intuition, and maybe you're just feeling like this is something that you need in your life and your partner needs, and so you're just using your intuition to work on this new romantic cycle, and it's just something that's kind of intuitively coming into you, like, hey, it's time for us to make sure that we are connecting, on a certain level, and do that, which I love that. In your advice position here is a little bit of a victory. So I'm sure, I just imagine that this is your partner who's like, yeah, I still got it going on. So that's pretty funny. I love that. um, that because you're giving this attention, it's really kind of just boosting your partner's confidence, and and that's awesome. I love that. That's hilarious too. It just made me laugh really hard. Okay. What is beyond your control this week is the Queen of Wands. So there's more passion, is that you are not only making the decision to do this and to work on this romantic cycle, but you know what to do. You've got this new kind of passionate feeling, and you have a real good understanding of, how to display that sort of passion, what to do, what your partner likes, and if you don't, you'll find out, and you'll have them again feeling like, I mean, look at all the wands. This is definitely, wands all around here, which is really awesome. That's really about passion, and that's awesome. I think your partner's really going to like that. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid? Well, wow, there's some action in the way of the wand. So, yeah, this is all about passion this week. I wouldn't be surprised if you set up a hot date, get a babysitter for the kids, go out, have a good time. It's a good time to do it. You're just really feeling it right now. In your outcome position is the Hermit. So, and this is where, I don't even see that as just you. I see that as you, again, with your partner, kind of hermited up in your house, having hot chocolate with the fire going and the lights down low, and just really engaging in really good, deep conversation. What a beautiful way to have romance in the fall. So, what is hidden from you this week is the Queen of Pentacles. So, the King's got it all under control. We don't even need the understanding of the Queen, because everything else is already under control. So I really like this reading, Sagittarius. It's very cute. I feel like you guys had a hard week. Did you last week? Let me look at what was your what I yeah, I feel like you've had a hard couple of weeks. So it's a good time for you to relax with your partner, and just kind of just let things just just relax, be quiet. Again, we're in that moon phase where the moon gets a little darker, and it's letting go, and it is about rest and relaxation. So it's okay to hermit a little bit. All right, what does the Soul Oracle deck say? Final word for Sagittarius. Yeah, rejuvenate. Not shocked to see that. It's just that time of the month, it's The way we're coming off the energy of the full moon, it's a good time to just really relax and rest and rejuvenate. Self-care for Sagittarius. What should you guys do in the way of self-care this week? And the card you get is focused. Focus, not focus. Focus. If you focus on what you don't want, there's a good chance you might get it. Focus on what you do want instead. And when it comes to the way of romance, of course, focusing on the negative, it just gets us more negative. That's just the way the universe works. But if you focus on the positive, it gets us more positive. So try not to be nitpicky this week about little things that you might be nitpicky with your partner. We all do it. I'm so guilty of it myself. I have to catch myself sometimes because it's just the way it is when you're living with someone. It gets a little annoying sometimes. But what we really should do is just stop in our tracks and be grateful and thankful that that person is there, and let that person, allow them to let us and make us laugh like we know that they can, and just to really enjoy their company. So Sagittarius, I really appreciate your time here with me today. I love this reading for you. The last one I did was a little draining, so this was kind of fun. It just pepped my energy right back up. Get on the passion thing this week. There's so many wands in this reading, so much fire and passion. What do you intuitively know your partner will enjoy? You've got this Empress card here, and Hermit. So, like I said, enjoy a romantic night together. It's a new romantic cycle for you. Go ahead and play it up and explore that part of your life, because it's just a good, quiet time of the month to do that. So, if you are comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a message down below in the comments and let me know if there was something in this reading that touched you this week, something that's ringing true for you. Also, if you like my reading style, if you hit like and subscribe, it really helps me and it helps push my videos out into the algorithm, which I really do appreciate. But most importantly, it'll help you find me next week, where you can come back and we can see where your story goes. So thanks so much, Sagittarius, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.